Well, today on the Burt Allan Show, our conversations continue with the spectacular cast of Cobra Kai Season 6, Part 1. We have the one and only Owen Morgan with us today. We've had a lot of your castmates so far, and this is just such a fun first 5 episodes, and we're excited to see what happens next. Owen, thanks for your time. It's great to meet you.
Thanks so much for having me on. It's great to be here.
Well, how excited are you, my friend? You've like literally grown up, a huge part of your life has been on this show.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, it's been such an amazing experience to, start off close to 7 years ago now. Uh yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot. It's like it's really something special that we were able to make work here.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, to be able to be a part of anything for 6 years, 7 years is like huge.
Yeah.
But to also, as Sean Cannon said, to be a part of what is now a pop culture global phenomenon that's been going on for 40 plus years. That's crazy to think that this started that long ago. What was your first exposure to the Karate Kid? When did you first, before you even knew you were going to be a part of the show?
Yeah, I always knew kind of it. It was always, it's a pretty famous movie from the 80s, but yeah, I was kind of new of it. I hadn't really seen it. I'd maybe seen it once. Um, but yeah, I didn't really know that much about it, but I still knew that it was a big deal when we were doing a show about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a fan since the YouTube Red days,
Oh,
and since then we've had cast members on. When it's made its way to Netflix and now is huge. So now that it's over, and obviously we've got 5 episodes and we've got 10 more or so to go over the next coming months, the next year. How does it feel to be done with it now? Like, what are you feeling to realize that like you're done with this series, at least for now?
yeah, it's bittersweet, you know. I'm glad that we were able to finish it off on our own terms and not just let it, fizzle out. I'm glad that we were able to finish it off with a bang, but I'm really gonna miss this. That the set and the people I got to work with were, I mean, it really is the kind of thing. It's like a once in a lifetime type of setting. Uh, and I made a lot of really amazing memories on that show, so I'm gonna miss it a lot.
So let's talk about your character without spoiling anything.
Okay.
How do you feel about the resolve of your character and where he has ended up in his Cobra Kai journey? Because we've seen you fluctuate a lot, like most characters, between dojos or emotions or feelings about, how this world has changed your character's life.
Right. I mean, yeah, he's been all over the place, right? He went from Cobra Kai to Eagle Fang. Now he's at Miyagi-Do. I'm really happy with where he's ended up. I feel like, he's kind of really found like his people, the right kind of people that, everyone kind of supports each other, lifts each other up, everyone improves together. Uh, and, he's built up a lot of confidence over the years in himself and just around others. And I think he values everyone a lot more.
It's interesting. We spoke to Dallas like when he first came onto the show. We had no idea who he was going to be or what kind of character he was going to be. And he
Right.
kind of turned out to be a bad guy for a very long time.
Yeah.
And now everybody is under one roof, so to speak,
Hmm.
and working together, at least as far as we know at this point. Um, what a ride it's been for you. Looking back at your tenure on the show, what are some things that you've learned about acting and storytelling and I asked the other guys, Khalil and Aiden and everybody else, that you feel you'll be able to carry on with you onto the next job that you take?
Well, I feel like one of the biggest things I learned was about how to stay humble. That's something I learned. I picked it up from so many other people on the set. A lot of them have had a lot of success as actors and have had a lot of different work, but they clearly have so much appreciation for everything that they do. They really love their work, and they don't feel like they're better than anyone, right? They're just people, and I've really loved that, and that's an energy I want to be able to bring to anything that I do.
Yeah, Khalil was saying the other day that like everybody is just so approachable,
Hmm.
including Ralph and Billy and everybody else, Sean. And like some sets aren't that way. There's a little bit of class system
Exactly.
depending on where you're at, whether you're A cast or B cast or supporting cast, but you guys have all really developed great friendships. That has to be fun for you too, I would imagine, to
Absolutely.
be hanging out with such a generation gap of actors.
Right. Yeah, there's such variety in our cast, and but it's like everyone just gets along so well. It's really something special. I mean, seriously, it's you don't see it very often where
So
you
what
can
are
have this
some,
many.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What are some fond memories you have of working on this from when you first started to like now that you've wrapped?
I mean, there's a lot. It's a lot of the little things, right? I don't have many like crazy stories, but a lot of it is just, especially in the early seasons when I was a lot more like kind of keep to myself, just do what I'm told, don't interact with people very often. People would come up to me and they would make conversation with me if I ever seemed like I was alone and not, having a good time. Basically from day one, Billy Zabka, he was, going out of his way to talk to me and, practice some of the karate choreography with me. It made me feel really welcomed on the set at all times.
So when you first booked the job, did you have any karate, taekwondo experience at all?
Yeah, I
Or
did. I had
okay,
been
was
doing
that a
karate.
requirement to get the job or
No, no.
okay?
I had been doing karate, and they didn't know this until after I became a full-time cast member. But I've been doing karate since I was a little kid, and I had pretty much been doing it nonstop up to that point. Yeah,
That so that had to help a little bit, I would imagine, when you're
absolutely. Yeah,
choreographing some of these
it made things go a lot
massive
smoother.
fight scenes like
Oh
in the
yeah.
LaRusso house. I mean, it's crazy. One of the things that I love about this show is there are so many Easter eggs to the
Oh yeah.
films. And even like recently, when Sholo's character and Dallas are he's trying to, befriend him again. He's like, he jumps in front of the video game. Don't shoot. I mean, there's just
Right.
so many little things, and callbacks to the show. Who
Yeah.
has been your favorite actor? I'm not trying to pin you down, but
Hmm.
is there one that you were the most excited about from the Legacy series that you got to work with outside of, say, Ralph and
Ralph
Billy?
Billy. Right. I'm not sure. I really enjoyed getting to work with Yuji Okamoto. Once he came around and started doing scenes with us, he was a really nice guy. I had some great conversations with him over the years. Um, yeah, probably him. Because yeah, he was the kind of guy that by the time he came in, I had pretty much caught myself up with the entire series, so I knew everyone by that point, and yeah, it was really exciting to get to work with him.
Have you been watching in real time with family, or do you just kind of save it and watch it? Would you get a chance to watch?
Um, just usually I do watch with my family. I watched most of part one of season six with my family this time. I did watch a little bit of it by myself, but yeah,
So I would imagine that your parents or somebody in your family grew up on the original Karate Kid series.
I would
So
imagine.
what's that? So when they found out that you booked this role and you were going to be part of it, what was the response like from friends and family, maybe older people that knew you that were like, "Holy cow,
Right.
you're going to get
Yeah,
to
there
be
was
a part of like
definitely
an iconic series."
yeah, there was definitely a lot of excitement. I wasn't getting a whole lot of questions about like specifically the series, but I know that everyone in my family was super supportive and proud of me at the time. And it was an added bonus that it was something so big and so cool.
Very cool. Well, congratulations on all of this. This has just been so fun to watch, and I can't wait for the rest of these episodes to drop. Um, Out of everything that you've done in the series, you've learned a lot about your character, but what are some things you've learned about yourself, that you feel you didn't know before? Maybe about what you can do or your
Mhm.
abilities or you mentioned the confidence thing and being able to come out
Yep.
of your shell. Is that probably a big thing, or are
That
there
was a
other
big part
things?
of it.
Yeah.
Yes. I was very introverted for a long time. Uh, and it didn't help that like over the years I didn't have a whole lot of like social interaction in my life, but this show was always a breath of fresh air whenever I got to come back and talk to everyone, helped me open up a lot more and feel comfortable in my own skin. Um, and yeah, it's just this was also the first acting gig I'd ever done. And so it helped me realize what kind of direction I wanted to keep going in my life. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like this is your first run at this. So like
Yeah.
the sky is the limit at this point, I would imagine, because I mean to have Cobra Kai as a regular cast member on your resume is
Yeah.
like kind of a big deal. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Very cool. Well, hopefully you get a chance to enjoy your summer. I'm sure you'll be doing more promotion from this now and
Right.
later next year when the rest of the episodes come out. I understand there's a movie too coming out next year
Yeah.
sometime. That's a separate timeline, but this year and next year is the year of the Cobra Kai for sure.
That's right.
Did you get to keep anything fun from the set? Your gi or like a patch or anything?
I wish I could have kept my gi. If I had realized that if I had thought about it when I was younger, I would have tried harder to get my hands on this gi on the gis. But no, I never got to do that. I think a couple seasons ago, season 4, I did take an All Valley trophy. Because they had just a bunch of them that everyone was grabbing. But yeah, that was pretty much the big one.
So you did get to keep a trophy from the tournament, as
Yes.
Ralph
Right.
says. Yeah, well, very cool, man. Very cool. So, which gi do you like to wear best? Are you Cobra Kai to die, or are you Miyagi Do or Eagle Fang? I mean, which
Hmm.
is really Cobra Kai, but a little less,
A little less so. I
jerky.
I find the Cobra Kai one is the most unique, right? The no sleeves type thing. I really like the black and the yellow design. I only ever got to wear it like, for one season pretty much. It's been so long I can hardly remember what it was like to wear it. Yeah, I would love to get the chance to wear that one again.
Very cool. Well, Owen, thank you so much, my friend. You're awesome. Congratulations on all your success. It's all very well
Thank you.
deserved. Absolutely. Cobra Kai season 6, part 1 is now streaming globally on Netflix. More episodes to come concurrently. So if you watch all 5 like I did right away, just go back and rewatch all the other seasons. Watch Owen's character grow and mature and just become a real badass. And the one thing I was hoping for your character, I don't think you did, was that you got some crazy sick tattoo. Did you get a tattoo in the series or no?
No,
That would have been so cool if
that would
I
have been
think
cool.
that would have been like the ultimate stamp of his like
Right.
coming of age. Um,
He gets some crazy mark on his face.
yeah, kind of like Hawk or whatever, but
Right.
cool, man. Well, thanks for your time. You're awesome and congratulations on all your success. So, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for your time.
Absolutely.